noticing. I see No Future. You reached out this week. You tagged them in a Twitter post. Oh, so he gives us some love here at GMI, and maybe joins one of our lives one day. So that would be amazing. Hamza's, I guess, sweeping the floor. I don't think he's the only one. I think we've seen many people announcing their Aavegotchi acquisitions over the last couple weeks, and it's been really bullish for me to see this.
And I'll be the first to admit that I listen to the youth space, and I listen to a lot of these kind of collaborative spaces, and like there's no other takeaway that I get from those spaces besides that those communities are onboarding to what we're doing. It ain't us crossing over into what they're doing, it's them going, oh shit, and crossing over into what we're doing.
And the amount of times I've heard blue chip NFT being referred to Aavegotchi this week has been amazing to hear that. And it just rings so true to what it actually is. And I've been actually looking at my own Aavegotchis a little bit differently after this week. I'm like, man, this is like the equivalent of owning 9 cryptos, because we all see the light. We all see where Polygon's going. We see all the mainstream adoption coming to Polygon. Their BD team is amazing. The work that they've done over this last year. And so we're going to benefit from that by being the OG pixelated collection that's not derivative of anything else. So it's like, holy shit, we actually own a fuckload of CryptoPunks right here. It's really something.
Well, can we all collectively shame Gotchi Bulls here when goes to 50 cents? Those days are behind us, my friend. It's over.
Yeah. I mean, it would be tasty, but to me, what's even tastier is to see like a whole new wave of adoption during the bottoms of a bear market, because that gets me real excited for the good times.
So I think maybe I have a little bit of different perspective to offer besides like say Goobs and Hefe and Futuristic. So like when myself and Apron and Smokescreens came into the space, we were very keen and very aware. We were very well timed with H2, all about Haunt 2 and seeing all of that explosion. And there was a interesting hiccup within the ecosystem about whether or not like the momentum was continuing. There was a really big discussion about whether or not H2 momentum was ongoing and whether or not, Gotcha Gang itself was ongoing and these portals and all of this. It almost felt like there was a big old pause on the whole circumstance, and I'm wondering what y'all's opinions are on things today. You know, you've been here forever. What do y'all see today? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you apprehensive? Are you fucking stoked? Do you feel like you're catching up? Where are you?
Well,
I'm bullish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Other than whoever the asshole was that just undercut the Gotchi floor by posting Gotchis with 0 kinship for 250 ghosts. I'm about to buy one just to help the cause.
I'll take the second.
Yeah, seeing the ghost price pump and Gotchi floor prices move up as more not OG, but other Polygon projects and peeps in our ecosystem come, get wind of us. I feel like we're just gonna see a mega pump.
Yeah. Yep. And as far as, addressing what you were saying, McCallum, some of that where we were back then versus where we are now, I think that the Gotcha Gang has been tested many times, and we've had many inflection points where we really could have kind of failed as a project. But I think we've stayed away from the pits and the alleys, and we've been able to stay focused on the community building aspect of it. We maintained a very healthy treasury, and so I think we positioned ourselves really well now, and have kind of outlived a lot of these other projects that were met with different misfortunes along the way.
So one thing I want to share with you guys, because y'all are the ones who pay attention and spend time with us here on Friday nights. And I'll do a quick shout out, right? I see Hefe, I see Z5, I see Goobs, I see Good Vibes, I see Gotchi 15, Gotchi Bulls, Grim R. Shout out special to Grim R, because most likely Grim R is going to be doing a special curated experience through the Gotchiverse Fake Gotchis Museum that they've created, and looking to highlight that during ETH Denver. So there's some activation to do with Grim. No shit, Grim. Oh, hola, indeed, por favor. Contacts in here, no Futuristics in here, Slaps is in here, Smokescreens, Soju, Wildfire. All of you guys are in here, and it's one of these things where I keep talking to these other projects, and I keep not hearing what I want to hear. I keep not hearing the things that inspire me, the things that excite me, the things that pursue me. And so I keep thinking like folks like ourselves as a group, and then you have folks like No Futuristic and I who are able to flex the Aavegotchi DAO director's badge. And I think that we're about to be able to demonstrate at ETH Denver the likes of which no other project will quite be able to show off.
Also,
Yeah.
quick shout out to Hefe's face because we finally got to see it. If you weren't at Block Party, you missed it. But Hefe's a real human.
I'm a real human, one way or another. We'll definitely have more of that. I'll be out there. You guys see me at ETH Denver. We'll be doing man on the street stuff. It'll be good. I'm looking forward to meeting other Gotchi gang too, because like now it has me curious. Like y'all have seen me, now I'm thinking about who I haven't seen, because we all seen each other in in different live streams with McCallum, No Future, Smokescreens, Z5, Zombie. I've seen all you guys. Now I'm wondering, what does Soju look like? What does 3D Slaps look like? I think it does maybe add a new layer of personality, because it's like, oh, okay, this is what you look like versus this is what I thought you looked like. So I recently, it's funny, you guys saw this reveal, but I recently got to see what Master Yang looks like. And he looks like not how I imagine him to look like. I mean, it's cool seeing these people for the, after you've known them for so long, developed a relationship with them, and then being able to see them in person, IRL. So yeah, just kind of looking forward to the same at ETH Denver and just getting to know everybody on a higher level. But with that being said, why don't we move through our little agenda here and see if we got our bases covered for ETH Denver? That's so true, Gotchi 15. So true. So Gotchi Lodge 2023, we've finally secured funding for the whole thing.
I'm still looking for my screenshot of you in general, so just keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you took many screenshots and it wasn't that one that you showed me, because I don't think that was my best look. Oh man,
I don't know, man. I did some scouting. I thought that was one of your better angles, but I'll keep quiet.
Okay. Gotchi Lodge, McCallum, did you receive your funding for the lodge? Has that been settled?
My God, let's discuss this, right? Because this is exciting. No Futuristic was able to have this
turn
flight.
my camera on. I'll get
Turn on that Hefe, right? I'll turn on myself here too. I'll do it to help him feel less concerned. Oh, camera unavailable. Tough shit. Sorry, you're on your own, Hefe. So GMI was able to step up and secure. Geez, there were so many different moving pieces during this last week. It was kind of fast paced. We kind of sit around and wait for our action, and then we strike, right? And so sometimes it gets a little bit heavy. But we did indeed secure lodging via flight tickets for No Futuristic, and that was something that was provided by GMI proper. So GMI was able to front its treasury and secure the flight plans for No Futuristic to get his ass out to Denver. Once he got to Denver, the GMI Friends account also kicked in and was able to secure lodging. And so folks like No Futuristic, folks like Hefe, folks like myself and Smokescreens, I think we just issued a bounty, or not even a bounty, but like a travel expense to not No Futuristic, but ZombieShepherd. ZombieShepherd was able to secure his rental car and his travel plans to get to ETH Denver this week. And so it's getting serious, friends. Shit is getting real.
It's a real thing.
I before I shut up real quick here, I'll give my favorite story because I don't see them. Let me check. I don't see them in here, but it's one of my favorite stories. So, like, one of the friends that'll be staying at Gotchi Lodge 2023 is Musashi.
Right.
Musashi's old-time MSG, old-time Gotcha Gang, very much part of the original like Chair and T-Bird crew. These are like old school members. And I'll be quick here because he's not in here, so I can kind of front him out a little bit, put him on a little bit of blast. But no futuristic. Sorry, but Musashi, Dr. Wagme, Diddlypoo, all of these were individuals that initially were apprehensive about the Gotchi Gang proposal for Gotchi Lodge 2023. All three of those were specific voices that I had in my list of conversions. I needed to talk to these people and introduce conversion opportunities to get them on board with Gotchi Lodge 2023 and the Aavegotchi DAO funding proposal to support it. Ironically, now Diddlypoo and Dr. Wagme are both attending. Exactly. They're both attending Aavegotchi or Gotchi Denver.
They got their own accommodations, but they'll be at Denver doing the thing. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the help, right? So they both took care of themselves. But Musashi is one of my favorite stories to share right now because Musashi was one of the louder voices against Gotchi Lodge 2023, and ironically just reached out to Gotchi Lodge 2023 here recently to say, hey, my lodging fell through. Is there any opportunity for me to potentially benefit from this opportunity? And son of a bitch, if Musashi isn't going to get to attend ETH Denver 2023 through Gotchi Lodge 2023. So it's just a reminder to me that sometimes the people that you may oppose or vote against might be the very individuals who are fighting for you. So just don't forget that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well said. And I'm happy to add another one to our ranks because we got room for it too. So it's gonna be a party.
And in that regard, we still have room, right? We had seven. Yeah. We had 7 friends signed up. Musashi just took number 8 spot, and we have
the capacity for that place?
14. Yeah, 14 friends that can potentially crash at ETH Denver with Gotchi Lodge 2023. We currently have 8 of 14 booked.
Okay. So Soju, we're looking at you. Contact 3D Slaps.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Gotchi Bulls.
I want them.
Let's get up in here.
I'm just so excited. Like I can't explain it. Me and Smoke Screens were speaking earlier, and we're just so excited. Like I can't explain it enough, you know. And I'll just sit here and rant a little bit, but I can't explain and express my excitement for the fact that friends are going to be in Denver with us, collaborating, coordinating, fighting together, working together, eating together. It's a really unique experience.
Absolutely. It's going to be transformative for a lot of us, I think. All right, so that confirms the reservation there. Do you have anything on that front?
For sure. For me, I don't know how many of you sons of bitches have had the opportunity to meet No Futuristic in life, but it is a hell of an experience, and I want you to prepare your minds because he is a typhoon, and it requires some preparation.
And I'm sober, so it's gonna be fucking. I'm just gonna be
That's even worse. Prepare yourself, friends. Be aware.
I smoke weed to make me normal, so this is gonna be even worse.
Are you hoping to stay sober for the whole ETH Denver trip?
Define sober.
Okay, so I'll drink casually. In terms of weed, I love it. I literally have not taken a break in 18 years, other than for a drug test when I was 21. And it was the worst. I literally picked up smoking cigarettes because I couldn't smoke weed. So, I mean, I quit that years ago. But I think I want to just try not to smoke because I feel like I don't need it anymore. Like,
I'm gonna shotgun you in your sleep, friend.
Yeah, so I might. Like, I literally have a little weed. I have some weed over here, but I've just been avoiding it because I feel like I feel like my mind's clear, even if it's overactive, and I just have to accept and take that overactiveness and channel it into like work.
I'm literally gonna inject drugs into every single one of Gotchi Lodge 2023.
I will do shrooms. I'll probably bring some shrooms.
All right, man. I'll bring some of your gummies from NFT NYC.
All right. Absolutely. Yeah,
y'all, do all of y'all see this damn selfie from Gotchi Bulls here in Sound of the Ghost chat? Because this is a kind
Look at the reveal.
I'm telling you, these reveals are disconcerting and exciting at the same breath. I'm worried as well as excited. Look at son of a bitch, Gotchi Bulls.
Gotchi Bulls. Oh, we got some alpha. The more edibles you feed Soju, the better the art becomes.
I'll personally
I hear you on
fund that.
friend. Yep. I got my
That
own
banana.
portfolio of
Well,
fungi-inspired drawings.
let's talk. Well, and you've been on a fire, but let's talk about this banana. When's this banana go live? Is this gonna be Saturday here, Soju?
Need to know about this banana.
Tomorrow.
It's
Okay.
a bonding curve.
Tomorrow is indeed. Oh gosh, today's already Friday. Y'all blow my mind. I just barely keep up with y'all in general. 10 a.m. 1 hour auction from Soju on the banana. Be aware, it's going to be announced during the space. We'll promote it, we'll discuss it, but this is quite hot alpha. Probably more important than Eat Denver. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, dude, that banana. And it comes with a high quality canvas, too.
In that same breath, no futuristic, zombie, myself, smoke screens, a couple of us. I was talking to Song a Day, Mans.lens, and seeing if he wants to roll through Gotchi Gang 2023, Gotchi Lodge 2023, and contribute a little bit of artistic content. Because I think that we'll have one of the more artistic groups put together amongst the entire East Denver crew. So we really need to make sure that we have some creative assets secured while we're there.
Absolutely. Speaking of creative assets, we got our goodie bags made, and I got my. This is a
where's
one.
The sticker? Yeah, you either hold it up to the camera or something.
Yeah,
let us see
this
that
is
bag.
a 1-of-1 Aavegotchi stamp for Eat Denver. I'll try and show you with the light.
It looks like shit to me.
It's not zooming in, but you guys saw it earlier there. Oh,
Where's the sticker? Where's the sticker link? Was that in the group chat? I'll grab it.
Here, I got this here. This is the bag. Got Eat Denver 2023.
Drop it. Post. I'm gonna drop the same thing from Lost Local. This is separate but related, but this is Lost Local's tablecloth for our Aavegotchi blockchain arcade. Exactly. It's final approval, so it looks like that son of a bitch. And in general, Hefe, where in God's name is your where?
Where's my the Aavegotchi stamp?
I want to see the stamp on the bag because you've had a wonderful idea with this.
Right,
your girlfriend's contributing to this, who is also Gotchi Gang, which I think a lot of us maybe don't fully appreciate.
She'll be on one day. She'll be on here one day.
Well, she ain't gonna have a choice, right? Within a week, within a week, we're gonna dox her the hell out of it. There you go. So that's the Aavegotchi goodie bag. So these are going to be presented and offered out during the Improper City Gotchi Gang dev event be happening next Friday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., correct?
Yep, that's right. We're hoping to have 100 of them, but we're going to give some away on Discord. So we want to include the Gotchi Gang that can't make it and make sure we get something over to you guys also.
So what are the callouts we have on that? I know for a fact we have Choina stepping up and offering the Breckenridge in real life ski passes. We also have Grim R stepping up and offering tours of his real life or not active and deployed Aavegotchi, fake Gotchi's Gotchiverse museum, quite honestly, has done a wonderful job of parcel acquisition and NFT display deployment. And so we'll have some opportunities to have Grim R display some walking tours through his Gotchiverse museum, which is quite exciting.
And then we at GMI here, we got 5 artist commission stickers from our contest. So shout out to all of you that got your sticker submissions in. Honestly, they were all incredible. I wish we could have printed off all 14 entries because then we would have had all these great stickers. But our budget, we limited to we did 5 sticker prints. And so 100 of each sticker, it's going to be fun. We're going to have 500 stickers to give away. I don't know if we have the designs on hand, but yeah, they might
I'm
be hidden
dropping.
away somewhere.
I'm dropping as we speak. So
Okay,
there's the first
perfect.
3. There's 1 through 3 right there, and I'll be grabbing the others here shortly.
Yeah, so we got 2 squares, and then we got 3 custom size, so size to like the actual sticker itself, which is gonna be cool.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell you put these. Let's see right here. Okay, so we got, I'm just naming them off here from the first batch that I dropped. The second batch, we got Mr. Stellar Hobbs. We got Jader, who is a new contributor to the Aavegotchi ecosystem, and happy to have him involved in the space. We got Kravich, old school friend from Good Ghosting all the way into the Aavegotchi ecosystem, has been crushing it. Mr. Soju, a complete classic, if not the dark farms of the Aavegotchi art ecosystem. And then a kick-ass design from Mr. Thwomp. Thwomp came in with that 3D rendered Blender conception and has also secured the bag with that.
Hell yeah. We got some great artists, man. That's another thing I'm really thankful about, is we have some really great talent, and it's things like this where it really shines.
Well, I source these artists into other communities. You know, some of y'all that have been watching, I am full timing at Nori as the community manager as well. No Futuristic over at Orium Guild. Both of us have opportunities to export Aavegotchi, Gotcha Gang assets into our particular ecosystems. And so it's just such a exciting thing to watch all these friends contribute. This is what it's all about. Goop says we're at number 8. Soju, is that your art on Fireball.gg? I believe that is indeed true, right? Isn't Soju indeed the contracted artist for the Fireball rework?
Yeah, and it looks great. You guys should seriously check it out. He has it all. It's all up now, so it looks amazing. He did a great job. Really tells a story with his art, so that's what I really always notice.
Well, I'm excited to show up at ETH Denver and tell every other project that whoever their artist is sucks, and they need to work with Soju or Thwomp or any of these other infringers. Exactly, because whoever they're working with, it ain't getting it done.
Yeah,
they don't have anyone like we've got. Even Perchy and the whole entire chippy movement of ETH. It's cute. We like it, and we're supportive. But my God, nobody touches what we do over here. Tell me what project does better than we do, and I'll go scout them. I'll go prospect them. I'll go solicit them. But I need to hear from y'all. Who is doing better than what we're doing here?
No, it's great, man. I really, it's a good time to be here. And I think on that point, we should talk a little bit about our GM with GMI series we kicked off this week, and get our take on how did we think it went? Like, I think it went really well. I was looking back at how many friends tuned in, and for the most part, we were averaging like comparable to the main Aavegotchi account with our attendance on these things. So I think we might have hit on something that nobody's doing in the Twitter space right now, which is a short 30-minute space that's basically a GM to the whole crypto audience, and also taking an opportunity to talk about what we're doing at GMI. So it's I just want to get your guys' take on it. Is there something you enjoy? Are there things you think we can do better after this first week? Just kind of want to get your take on it.
I'll keep going all night, man. So I'm gonna give a little space for these other friends here.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we have plans for an archive? I know that it gets recorded and saved to Twitter, but are we putting it anywhere else, like at the GMI Twitch, or just somewhere where friends who maybe aren't Twitter centric can go and listen, or maybe like an RSS feed to like Spotify?
Great question, and I'd kind of turn that around to you guys. What do we see as like the best archive mechanisms for Twitter Spaces in general right now? Is Twitter Space the place for those to live indefinitely? Are most people exporting those to external third-party storage spaces? Curious to opinions, because happy to export those to any place that makes the most sense. Twitter Space has been kind of the most convenient, but not necessarily the most facilitating. So it's kind of been a compromise between that circumstance.
It is a little tricky though, because I mean, if we could do Spotify, but that's more for like podcasts. I don't know. Do you guys feel like it is kind of like following a podcast vibe that could be like episodic, so each one's an episode, or is this more of like you know, I don't know. I really don't know, but Spotify could work if you guys see it as a podcast.
I'm waiting for the Lens version, Rally, any of those other protocols. I'm looking for the Lens native examples.
Yeah, I wish they were collectible, to be honest. If there was some Lens equivalent, we'd be doing it on there for sure.
You could upload them to LensTube and then make them collectible.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Very realistic. Very realistic. It's not unfeasible or not difficult or anything like that. In the same breath, anything that Gotchi 15 says, I'm kind of into. I'm a big fan of following Foreign's vibe, mostly for the shill's sake, but I feel like that individual is kind of onto something, and we should probably pay attention.
Hey, maybe this is a good experiment. We can start it. Remember, we were talking with the main Aavegotchi account about, potentially moving Hangouts from Discord into Twitter. So maybe we can experiment with our own account on how to have, like some way figuring out how to pipe audio from the Discord, Sounds of the Ghost, or the amphitheater, since we can do video there as well, to Twitter, so that we can have both. But, then if we get this proof of concept, we can go to Aavegotchi and say, hey, let's do our Hangout so that we're in both places. We know how to do it.
It makes sense to me. Do you guys feel like there's a benefit from the potential Discord's video spaces? Because that's a brand new feature that they just rolled out, where you can host the stage and also have video sharing. And that has always kind of been the big breakdown of the video, or the stages in general, is the lack of ability to provide video content. Is that useful?
Yeah, I mean, eventually we should probably move from Sounds of the Ghost into the amphitheater, since we can essentially do the same thing, right? Without having to go.
Yeah, that's my thought. Yeah, absolutely my thought, exactly.
That's the way. We'll put that on our to-do list, and it's not much of a lift, so we can just move over there and do our programming through the amphitheater.
Y'all know me, right? I'm always a big fan of pulling people up on stage, and we got Wildfire here in the room tonight, and so Wildfire is my invitation for the night. If they've got any desire to hop on stage or to share any of their mic, they are welcome to hop up on here, and I'd love to hear from Wildfire tonight, because there's nothing I enjoy more than fronting out new Gotchi Gang and putting people on the stage. It was my absolute pleasure to. That's all right, Wildfire. Hey, bro, sorry listening in. That's all right. At least you're paying attention. There's nothing I enjoyed more than having Foreign up on stage. I think it was Monday. We had Foreign jump on the stage for the GMI, or GM with GMI, and that was a complete victory for me. There's nothing I enjoy more than hearing Gotchi King blossom.
Yeah, I'd say it's been a transformative week for a lot of us. Wildfire, you're always welcome up, and that's a pretty cool Rigo PFP you got there. Nice to see those still floating around.
Them ASPs, man. Some people understand.
Yeah, ASPs. All right, so we got a whole bunch of confirmed friends that are coming to Eat Denver. We got Dr. Wagme, Diddlypoo, Chair, T-Bird, User OX Default, Ernani, maybe Soju. Is there anybody else in here that we're missing that might be coming? I know Smokescreens, you'll be down there. Contacts, Slaps, you guys will be down?
Okay. Smokescreens will catch it from me. He and I are both headed out to, so just so you guys are all aware, and I'm creating the GMI Friends Eat Denver schedule as we speak, so I would really recommend and advocate for y'all all to add the Eat Denver schedule, the GCal calendar, to y'all's personal circumstances, so you kind of keep up with all the events that we're adding and all the circumstances that we're exposing. Adding the arrivals of all of the Gotchi Gang to Eat Denver proper, adding the RSVPs of all the events that we're signing up for, adding the fractures for the events that we want to split from and catch coverage on, as well as our departures. And so it's something very exciting. I'm blown away right now here recently how much activity really truly surrounds ETH Denver. It's more than I anticipated and have ever experienced.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a vibe I've never felt before in Web3 or crypto. So it's gonna be a lot of scheduling this week too. I think that's what you're touching on. There's gonna be a lot of scheduling we do this week. Is there any specific event that you're like that
DAO
you're looking
Denver.
forward to?
Yeah, DAO Denver. Talked with Elijah, who is one of the original co-founders of ETH Denver proper, and is one of the facilitators of the DAO Denver event, the first of which occurred during last year, DAO Denver 2022, and they will be deploying for 2023, and looking forward to lots of engagement, and that's going to be February 27th, 28th, and March 1st, which is a Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which definitely front runs the large majority of the Denver events. Exactly. The coffee shop, which is happening Friday, March 3rd from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And so we have a huge opportunity to kind of crash all of these events that are happening prior to the coffee shop and make sure that we have some preference there, because there will be a lot of builders building and they need to know about Aavegotchi.
Yeah, well said. There'll be a lot of opportunity at DAO. I think you said DAO Denver to build these connections and then lead them into the coffee shop where we can gotcha pill them. So that's going to be the flow there. Speaking of coffee shop, we had a menu put together for a special Aavegotchi themed menu. Do we still need help from our friends to come up with the names of all these things?
I'd say yeah. Lost Local's pretty happy with what we've already got. He's happy to fill in the blanks as it suits him to kind of drive this point home. But if we have any additional creative resources that have something to offer that really kind of kill shots some of these other current suggestions, we're happy to have them. So there's the link there in chat, right? And that goes to the menu renaming needs to be settled. And if you have anything that you see that you think you have a good opportunity to snipe and or front run, please leave a comment on that and we'll get that approved and pass that over to Lost Local. Because that is happening as we speak. We're going to have breakfast items, we're going to have breakfast burritos, we're going to have cookies, and we're going to have coffee, all at the, not even ETH Denver, but specifically the Aavegotchi event. That'll be happening Friday from March 3rd, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Or, sorry, that's a long day, isn't it? 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, excellent. I'm looking at these names right now. They all look great. I think you guys did a great job with this.
Well, and shout out to you guys. Y'all did a great job settling up the sticker design details, because that was a big part of the process, and that got settled on Tuesday night. We've got our 5 sticker design contributors ready to rock and roll, and they're probably already printed, aren't they, Hefe?
They're all printed. I just got to go pick them up, and they look pretty good when I saw the proof. So I'm really stoked to get some IRL photos for you guys. And yeah, this is gonna be. Oh shit! I'm just getting. I'm just
seeing that too.
Yeah. That just kind of ruined. That just.
No, it doesn't ruin anything. Very exciting.
Oh man, this is something.
28.95%. Son of a bitch. Like, y'all remember these days. It's happened before. We've seen Polygon pump like this. We've seen Ghost pump like this. We're back in the times.
And let's not forget, this is with a suppressed bonding curve. So, you know, the bonding curve tends to suppress volatility by 40%.
Well, I'm about to look it up right now, too. But is that vote still active? Is that still a discussion to be had?
I don't know. Do you think people are... do you think people are as nervous?
Fuck it all up.
Let's not shoot ourselves in the foot here.
No, this is the time. This is the time. I was always a proponent for being defensive against the bonding curve. Thought it was one of Aavegotchi's best features. But I am 100%. I'm proud to be one of the second voters to push it, and I'm a big believer in turning the curve off. I think it is time. I think that the timing is right.
It took us a while to warm up to it. You know, we had to really think it through and see what we're about to do. Are we going to be opening ourselves up to greater opportunity, or are we going to be shooting ourselves in the foot? And so I think we've settled that. You know, I think most people seem to be on the side of going for it. So we'll see. Yeah, curve training wheels, exactly.
Can I just give a personal shout out to Chair and Foreign Gotchi 15 right now, because both of these individuals have been paying so much attention that it really encourages people like me, and I've been thinking it encourages people like Futuristic and Zombie and Hefe. Like, these are the friends that support us, right? These are the people that promote and amplify our content after the fact. It's so nice to have friends in the space that are paying attention to the same things we're paying attention to.
Well, and I'll let you know. Speaking on that point, I'll let Chair speak to this if he would like to. But we spoke about Infinity Keys this week and kind of what they're doing at Denver, and it's going to be a huge engagement opportunity for everybody that wants to like get involved with what they're doing there. Um, and hopefully, you know, we can have some sort of crossover at the coffee shop event with Infinity Keys. That would be dope.
Definitely. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We will have many puzzles and quests and packs live at ETH Denver. We will have a very basic Aavegotchi quest. That is not the proposal quest. It's just a very simple. Do you have a gotchi? And then simple passcode, just to get people. Just to get people going and engaged and aware, and it looked like the core prop is very close to passing, so that'll be a perfect sort of intro into that, and it'll get people aware of the platform without like a whole bunch of stuff to do. So that should serve up well. Beyond that, there's going to be a bunch of other puzzles when the time is right, because I don't want to get one of our puzzles, the people who go through the whole thing, mint all the puzzles, and mint the pack will get access to a party, the Meta Cartel party. How many people are in here?
Let's see, 4x5, so 22 people in here right now.
I'm very confident that everyone that's on site at ETH Denver
We'll get to enjoy the Meta Cartel party.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
And I'll help on site with those.
Oh, by God, it's like we're gonna kidnap you. You are going to spend the rest of ETH Denver inside of the Gotchi Lodge, whether you know it or not.
I anticipate it's going to be a very gotchi heavy thing, I think. And I'm stoked that we can. Well, I mean, like my modus operandi is two parts. It's Infinity Keys and Major Pump there, and then onboard as many people. And we're bringing the right energy. I think like everything got to the right place, especially from like 4 weeks ago where we were at. So like we're coming in with a strong team. There's going to be a lot of energy. People are going to feel that and see that, and we're coming in hot. So people are going to notice and be like, the fuck are they doing? And we're like, it's gonna, from the devs to the normies to everyone else, like we're gonna have plenty of content. So like I don't know, I'm focusing like on awareness, like getting new people. Like my whole thing is like new people now. And what story are we bringing them into Gotchi with? And like it's easy. You see,
well, that's I know that you know the space already, so let's scale all the way up, right? It goes all the way to Polygon. Like it's Polygon down. It's not just an Aavegotchi thing. It's not just a Polygon thing. It's not just an Ethereum thing. We get the opportunity to show the whole entire spectrum.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When I've told you this too, Chair, like I'm fretting you out right now because you've already heard this from me, is you are too goddamn humble. you guys do good work, you do good building, you do good projects. So please, like, be loud. Like, let us recognize your progress and your content, and so that way we can make sure to emphasize and amplify what y'all are up to as well.
For
Absolutely.
sure. I'll make sure to get things out more, and it looks like things are gonna grow naturally as well. And we have been quiet, like we've been purposefully not marketing or being loud or shilling or anything, because there's so much building even still left to do, as we know.
Oh,
Like,
I hear you.
two
A lot of
years,
work.
Yeah.
and we're a year behind, or more a year behind Gotchi with a much smaller team, you know. So it's like so much work to do that we're not being loud yet, but it's gonna start increasing certainly. And
This vape pit says very differently.
I have a bunch of Aavegotchi stuff that I'm doing with my brother-in-law as well, who is an artist that I'm like pulling into Web3.
Don't hide that shit.
As I can.
You know,
That's
make sure.
Aavegotchi stuff.
Yeah, make sure you announce that stuff and give us the runway so we can all line up behind it. I think Z-Fi is in the kind of the same kind of category, right? We're very interested in supporting community artists. As a community, we're very excited about those opportunities.
You know, with that particular situation, maybe like a side convo, but to think about, it's like, what do you do with the artists that are all the way in on every other thing except like they're not on Discord and they're not going to be on Discord and there's no convincing them to be on Discord. You know, and there's like that's a
Yeah.
huge number of people. It's just
Especially
like, maybe
artists.
the ties to spaces and stuff too.
Yeah, especially artists. That seems to be a group that actually I've met most of the artists that I've interacted with are through Telegram chats. Like they don't come to Discord, so you're totally right on that. That is it's challenging to get them in here. Like I know quite a few Rare Pepe artists in the fake Rare community, and it's all just a Telegram chat. There's no Discord for Rare Pepes. Like if you want to trade them, you have to go to the Telegram and talk to people. So that's just the way it is. I think that's how other communities operate, specifically those communities. But like, what's your outlook on artists at ETH Denver? Do you think there are gonna be a lot of artists there? Do you think there's gonna be developers there that just happen to be artists as like a side hobby? I'm just kind of curious on the artist aspect if there's gonna be a presence there at ETH Denver.
There should be, in particular for anybody. So at MCon 2021, there's a group of people who are still around, but they don't have a physical space anymore. They did back then, called IRL Underground, and they
Okay.
are super dope. They have like two sort of founder leader folks that I'm aware of. One of their names is Joey. The other one is, I believe, Lauren. But it's a group of like independent, really super dope artists. They hosted a couple of parties at MCon, and they're normie artists that are all about what's happening in Web3 and have like fully transitioned over, and like real gallery people from real, you know, like classic whatever backgrounds. And like one of the founders has a what's that? Is it Red Rock? Not Red Rocks. Or is it Red Rocks that's in Colorado? Like he's involved with like the Sasquatch Festival and book shows over there and stuff. So like he knows what he's doing. They had this like rather small space, but put on the most professional stuff. So anyway, they're gonna be around, and I'm gonna try to pull them into the Gotchi world and get combos there going. That's definitely something that should be done. I'm also in contact with Rob over there. I'm just spitting names out now, but I will get them in. That's something to look out for. The IRL Underground people. They're very real, serious, good artists, and I think probably for next year at ETH Denver, something can probably be done in terms of like a Gotchi art show, something like that. Like in real life Gotchi art show, ETH Denver 2024.
Yeah.
2023, nothing. Nah, man. We're gonna have to happen. You're gonna have to point me the direction. I will get involved with the friends, and we were gonna make this shit happen this year. There's no waiting. We ain't got a year.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a blocker. Maybe but no, but like they don't have their physical spot anymore. I was looking into it like a month ago. I was like, "What's up?"
Gotcha. Yeah.
They're like, we don't have a space anymore. We're still around. We're still here. So we'll make those connections definitely. And then, I mean, who knows? We'll see what happens for sure.
I reached out to you folks, you and T-Bird and Musashi, all y'all, the MSG pros. the long term legacy. You know, you guys know the projects and the devs that we should be targeting. Y'all are aware of the
Yeah.
friends that we need to make.
Definitely. Yeah, that's gonna be the intros, and then
Who's your just a quick sidebar? Who's your co-founder for Rainbow Rolls? Because I actually just talked to them on the other day on Twitter, and I was completely unaware of that. So who are those folks?
Ox Joshua or OX Joshua.
Yeah, Josh.
Eth Denver, Sporked Out, Opolis, who, by the way, if you're trying to transition to Web3 and if you have an income source, Opolis is the way to go. And I'll advocate for them forever. And he's also the guy to talk to there. Also, Katie Slasher, if you know who that is at Opolis. But Rainbow Rolls, Josh, it was his idea in terms of like, let's do toilet paper. I have this idea, and then like I was like one of the first people he hit up and was like, let's actually do this. And then there's like from there it went to the core team was like 7 super gnarly, awesome people. That is just like an honor to be on a team with. Most of them will be on Eat Denver. Penguin is one of them, who's a carteller, Ray Gilder, Super Dev, Kyle Stargarden. So I think like some of you might be aware of these guys.
Oh, for sure.
So like and most of those people will be there. So and Rainbow Rolls, like actually it's on our agenda to figure out what we're gonna do next at ETH when we're all together in person and we can bro down.
Yeah, well, you can't get me started enough, right? Those of y'all that missed Rainbow Rolls, this is like the very first NFT, one of the very first NFT projects that I ever got involved with, and it's because it was like crypto with the cause. This was an NFT project that expected to take the incentives from contributions and contribute those to medical debt, and buying medical debt on like a 10-to-1 ratio, if not more than that. And we were one of the very first projects that were able to flex against a lot of the other nonprofit organizations and be like, what's your money doing? Because to hell with what it's doing, because our money is doing way much more. And so people like Chair, people like T-Bird, people like these individuals that helped fund these projects, it inspired me originally to recognize that crypto could be so much more than just JPEGs.
Wow, that's awesome. It's a new
Very
angle.
loosely, I wonder like if it's like there's so much to do with on-chain SVGs, and Rainbow Rolls is very much not on-chain SVGs, but I wonder. Oh man, I'll throw it out there. Fuck it. So like any project that has an on-chain SV, maybe Rainbow Rolls is. If you're a project that's a quote-unquote real NFT project with on-chain everything, on-chain SVGs, then you can sort of craft your own thing out of the ones that you own and maybe some Rainbow Rolls traits and get crazy and do something of the sort and then get all
That's
together.
That's where I'm at, Chair. That's where I'm at. Is aggregating the impact underneath the Rainbow Rules banner, and seeing what kind of derives from that. But one of the very first projects that inspired me to realize that NFTs could have impact beyond just indeed the crypto space, and was one of the first times that I felt like that I had a opportunity to be involved larger than just my specific PFP. Kind of set the tone for me.
It feels really like RIP Medical Debt, definitely worthy people. They're really cool and willing to work with us, and we're completely new to the space, but like
we were too early. We were too early for our own good, quite honestly. What did we wipe? Like something like 20 million in medical debt from 500,000 in NFT project raise.
Oh, wow.
People didn't understand it yet.
Incredible.
They weren't ready to accept what the impact was.
like if I remember, it was like 7 million wiped from 20 ETH, which was 90K at the time.
Yeah.
And we donated 69 ETH total. So it was like 20 something to RIP Medical Debt, 20 to Giveth, 20 to get coin. Yes.
Would y'all see Gitcoins deploying as like an gigantic project, all of its own right, its own protocol, its own interaction, all that good stuff. We're about to head to Denver. We're about to talk to people about what Aavegotchi impacts. We're about to highlight all of the positive benefits that our project includes, which is our own internal ecosystem, plus say like dev projects, plus say fake gotchi projects, plus say guild projects. Like there's just too much excitement about what we're up to right now.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot going on in space. Aavegotchi, we're growing as a community, but we're also growing within our own pods, our own guilds. It's nice to see the guilds and even organizations like GMI starting to turn into like almost a small business. Going in that direction. I think that's going to continue to happen. And there might be so much to cover in Aavegotchi over the next year that one entity is not going to be enough.
Well, I'll happily scale this out as much as necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I just want to cover a few more things for Eat Denver, and then we can just hang here. But the hackathon bounties was something I wanted to cover for this week, and something we should ideate on a little bit. I talked to Hardcore today. I don't think he's in the audience, but he had some really good ideas around the Aavegotchi valuation model thread that I started in the main Discord there. And it looks like that might be a very viable bounty to offer at Eat Denver. So that's one there, but it's a 2-part bounty. And so there are opportunities even for a non-technical person to maybe take that on. There's a couple ideas we threw out there last weekend. I was thinking maybe if anybody has kind of followed up or had some additional thoughts on these ideas, we can maybe discuss it a little bit. I know one that you threw up there, Mike, which I thought was like, this could be really cool actually, is the Matic Mike fork. And so having the dancing gotchis in the club, kind of like using the code base for Matic Mike. Do you know, like, are you familiar with like Matic Mike himself? Like, can you connect with the guy? Do you know him?
I mean, don't get me started. You're gonna have me pulling gifts here and all kinds of shit. So Matic Mike. Let me present this real quick. So this is like a Matic Mike JPEG. So Matic Mike was one of the very first JPEG projects that I got involved with. One of the very first NFT projects I got involved with. Single dev project. Really had nothing to do with Aavegotchi, but really good foresight. So he is an individual dev, provided a project that was very much about picking your Matic mics, which were NFTs on chain. There was 10,000 of them originally, and if you got a Matic mic that you hated, you could burn it immediately. You could burn it on chain, and so you could burn one of those 10,000 Matic mic PFPs and get another random pool for another Matic mic. And so a shitload of them got burned off right from the beginning. Long story short, Matic mic dev named Josh ended up being discovered as one of the DraftKings devs. And so this guy knows his shit. He's been around for a long time. He is a contributor to the Polygon ecosystem in whole, and was one of the, took a leave from his DraftKings post and went exploring in the dark underbelly of Polygon, which is where we all live. And so that's very exciting for all of us. But in general, Apron and I solicited this individual really hard in the early days for a fork for an Aavegotchi dance-off. So if you're not familiar with Matic Mike, it's very much like the Magic Mike movie and or project. And so Matic Mike is a takeoff of Magic Mike, which is essentially a sexualization of the Aavegotchi ecosystem. And the idea that these mics are essentially like on-chain strippers and can provide a lot of on-chain utility. And so there are experiences for them on-chain and off-chain, really intriguing mechanics developed by Josh and or the dev of Matic Mike. And Apron and I have long considered a fork. We want to see a fork, and we'd much rather have Josh do it from the Matic Mike project proper, but if he's not up to it or desiring of it, I'm happy to see any gotcha gang do it. But we want to see Matic Mike forked strongly and essentially one-to-one replaced for Aavegotchi assets. I want to see Aavegotchis in the dance off. I want to see Aavegotchis on the dance floor. I want to see Aavegotchis in the dance arena within the Matic Mike contract infrastructure. And I want to see a Gotchi get high on Keck and go out onto the dance floor. And so this is something that needs to happen.
And then you can have Alchemica raining down like hungry hippos. So you can have them going around collecting Alchemica while they're dancing around too. We can make this happen.
I think it's a perfect example. Like, I would much rather the Matic Mike community be involved, and I'd much rather Josh as the dev be involved, and I'd much rather all these individuals be involved, but if they don't want to be, so be it. We'll fork them and split them, and we will provide the value to their good ideas, because we have the community that they wish they had. And that's what we have here inside of Aavegotchi, that I think every other project recognizes and desires, and maybe we as a community don't really fully anticipate or recognize. But y'all don't recognize how valuable you are as individuals, as interest, as integration opportunities. The Gotcha Gang is something akin to nothing else.
Hell yeah, absolutely. And so that's going to be a great way to get other devs involved. You know, if the man himself, Matic Mike, doesn't want to be, involved in this, I don't see why not. But it could be a great bounty to offer up at ETH Denver, in addition to some of the other ones. I know the respec potion is something that Jared was working on for a little while. The main code was done. The artwork's been done by Notorious BTC. Otherwise known as Oliver Spoon, has did that. So that could be another bounty to offer up there. But I think we have at least 2 to 3 solid ones we can offer up and really just showcase what you can do on Aavegotchi, even if they're not going to be taking the bounties. And so, that's just all I had to touch on for hackathon bounties. For regular bounties, I got the ETH Denver D-Work up and running. So we don't have a whole lot of bounties live just yet, but
good job.
What's that?
But good job. That's still effort.
Yeah, I got a couple up there. So we had the sticker production. We have 1 submission there. I'm going to submit 4 more of the other entrants, and then we have that documented on D-Work that we're going to be paying up 50 ghost bounties for the 5 stickers. I think that's what we agreed on.
Who's our 5 winners?
Who are our 5 winners? We got Kravs, we got Soju, we got our newest addition. It was submitted by Kravs, but I don't remember his name. He's our newest member. Jader. Jader, yeah. So Jader, Kravs, Soju. We got. Fuck, it's not coming to me now, man.
Stellar Hobbs is in there.
Stellar Hobbs.
There's
one more.
I can't.
I gotta go look at your images now. See.
I'm with you.
See who it was.
I fronted you out. That's a bad question to ask.
Thwomp. It was Thwomp.
Mr. Thwomp. Yeah, Thwomp's kind of snug up on us, hadn't he? Good artist. Yep. Quiet voice.
Yeah. Thwomp was the 5th one. So we'll make sure we get those guys 50 ghost each. Thank you for yeah. Thank you for getting your art submissions in. We really appreciate it. And everybody else that submitted them. These art designs are not lost into the ether. So I think we'll definitely be reaching out to the others, the other artists to maybe repurpose some of these for future events.
We got 19. We got 19 great submissions, 5 of which have been picked for production. So we got 14 other individuals who could be perched for certain circumstances. I'm waiting kind of for No Futuristic to pull the trigger, and we'll decide who to use when.
And don't forget, if you missed out on this art contest, we got a fake Gotchi art contest live in our Discord, our Discord forum. There's a fake Gotchi thread. You can submit your fake Gotchi entry into the tally form there. And Pixelcraft Studios, Golden Cross has donated a burn card, so they'll be picking the fake scientists will be picking their favorite fake Gotchi ETH Denver submission and they'll get it immortalized as a fake gachi.
Where do
So
we find that, Hefe? Where do we find the link for that? And I'll happily promote it.
yeah, so that link should be in the GMI Discord forum, and it's a post like fake gachi eat Denver submissions or something like that.
Super vague, man. I got a shitload of East Denver submissions. I got a East Denver general. I got a fake gotchis East Denver submission from Curly Fry. I will specifically request just a little bit more meat.
Yeah, it's fake gotchis eat Denver art contest. That's the name of the thread there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we
tough sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot going on too. So
and Futuristic. Then I have a specific question for No Futuristic. Who are you most excited to meet at East Denver?
From Gotchi Gang or just in general?
Just in general.
The Buffercorn, since it might be Vitalik.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
Yeah, but also just Hefe, me and him have been, collaborating for like almost 2 years almost. So again, to meet him in real life, this is close. We're seeing each other on video, but actually being able to stand next to him and see how much of a Yeti he is compared to me. I'm 5'8", so I'm pretty sure. So
still doesn't seem real, does it?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm excited for my number 2, No Futuristic meet. It means that he's really the person I met last time. So I'll be able to confirm the physical representation.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I can't tell y'all, but I personally, as my cal I cannot be as more stoked for East Denver as possible. Like, this is the most exciting event for me. This is my first in real life crypto event, period. And the fact that we're executing at such a high level is beyond just, oh, I'm going to a thing. This is very, very, very exciting for the execution that we're going to be able to provide.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, I just got up here the Eat Denver Pitches bounty that we're offering up from our bounty pool for anybody interested. This is for the Eat Denver street team. We thought we could get some brainstorming going on in the community. We want your input. And so we kind of identified a few different audiences we may want to talk to at Eat Denver, or they could be an audience that has a combination of these interests, but sort of figuring out what sort of pitches we may want to throw these throw out their way. And we're aiming at, between 6 and 12 pitches. Just, little short blurb. What would you say to this kind of a person, this sort of audience that you meet at East Denver? And I'd love to get your input on this. So, I just put a thing out here for maybe 15 ghosts per entry. We're looking for about between 6 and 12 entries. So we're going to try and come up with some of our own. But if you're going to contribute to this at all, please use the DWork link here, and then that way we can at least have this on record for who's submitting what. And ultimately, the idea here is to get some adoption for DWork. So I'd really like to see people using DWork. I think these bounties are a little small compared to what we could be offering, but I think we should try and get as many people on DWork, getting familiar with the platform, claiming a bounty, submitting work, all that stuff. So this is just one way of doing that. And so anybody going to GMI, if you're attending, you can take these bounties. If you're part of the DAO and you're not going, you can take these bounties. So really, these are open to anybody, and we're looking for between 6 and 12 entries. So have at it. I'll review them, and the GMI team will review them just to make sure that they're not, like low effort, and kind of similar rules to fake gotchis minus the visual stuff. So yeah, that's something I'm excited to offer. I'll shill it a little bit tomorrow during the hangout. And
Soji here is announcing that the Americano equals the Chibot scream, and you literally have to scream to secure it. And I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, no kidding. Got your bills. Syncopation is over. Bye, everybody. This space goes so fast, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't want it to. Yeah, I don't want it to drag on too long. I think we've had a pretty great night here. I want to get ready for the arena tomorrow morning. get these bounties out there. If you're interested, check out that link. If you are not able to see the link, here's your invite to see the space. Here's your contributor link. I'd love to see as many people possible joining the D work and claiming some of these bounties. So yeah,
Things I'll share on and follow up on that is the thing that we need this week more than ever is Gotcha Gang support for finding the prospects and the targets for Eat Denver. So if you see anybody mention Eat Denver that you think is interesting for shit, if anything pops up in your radar that is intriguing for Eat Denver, make it aware to us. We will target those individuals, we will snipe them, and we'll kill them. The concept for us here is to specifically start targeting RSVPs, start targeting events, start targeting panels. We had a conversation with Dow Planet earlier today about Dow Denver and whether or not Aavegotchi Dow has presence in there and whether or not we have opportunity to contribute. And so that's my biggest pitch to everybody is who do you see mention Eat Denver? I don't even care if they're going or not. They mention Eat Denver. I want to hear about it. I want to know about it. I want to hear about who they are, and you will watch the Gotcha Gang gobble these individuals up. That's the whole goal this week. Is I want every last one of y'all to be reaching out to your Eat Denver friends. Anybody that even mentions Eat Denver should be brought to our attention, and we're gonna beat them up. That's my biggest request.
absolutely. Well said. I think on that note, I don't have any more notes here. I think we're good. We've been grinding, like you were saying, McCallum earlier. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and so we make it look easy, but it's really not. There's a lot of preparation that even goes into these sorts of shows that we have on every Friday evening to make sure it's all going smoothly. But I'm really looking forward to Eat Denver, man. I don't really have any words to describe what that experience is going to be like, but I know it's going to be amazing. And even for those of you who can't come, I'm deeply appreciative of being even in this bear market when things are starting to turn around, being surrounded by great people like yourselves is, this group is unlike anything else I've ever, been surrounded by. So happy to be here. Finally live face to face. You can see who I am. This deep fake account that I've been training for 2 years finally is starting to pay off, and I can visually represent myself. Or maybe this is me. Maybe this is actually me, and I'm not a deep fake.
It's kind of like Men in Black. There's like a little alien inside of him running the ship.
That's exactly what this is. I'm actually Gary Gensler on the inside. There's a little Gary Gensler inside, just operating everything.
So that means you're dead inside? Is that what you're saying?
Collecting all the alpha.
I love it. So let's talk two last touch points here. We'll get the hell out of here. So let's appease to no futuristic. You brought up a good point, which is how is the Gotcha Gang not gonna bloat 50 pounds while we're at Eat Denver. And so what is our exercise plan? No futuristic. I mentioned this to you, or not no futuristic. Hey, I mentioned this to you earlier. But there's ironically a climbing gym and or general gym, just a physical exercise gym attached to Improper City. Son of a bitch. And so they are actually in collaboration with Improper City, which is the cafe that we're utilizing for our Cafe Builders event. So I'm going to reach out to them and see if we can't secure a little bit of maybe builders climbing passes. And for all y'all that haven't done any kind of actual on-rating climbing, I would be so honored to watch No Futuristic actually try to get his ass up the wall.
I'm down. The other thing is, real quickly, like for the Gotchi Lodge, I assume there's a kitchen. Do we know if there are going to be like pots and pans? Is there like an air fryer, anything like that, microwave?
Yeah. Smoke Screens was asking about this earlier. There's a cake hub. There's a Keurig machine with a universal cake hub. There's a fully kitted kitchen. So we'll have dishes. We'll have equipment. We'll have anything that you would expect in your typical self-owned kitchen, as well as most other of the spaces in the arena. and it looks like a pretty comprehensive circumstance for Gotchi Lodge. I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, perfect. I just want to be able to go buy some eggs, chicken, beef, and vegetables, and then just like eat as much as I can at home so that I can just stay focused and cheap.
We're gonna follow your chicken lead here, man. Gotchi Gang for the win. Chicken protein. It's gonna happen.
Hell yeah. All right. That's all we got for tonight. Let's sync up tomorrow.
Last thing
Oh,
I'll
you got
share
one more.
is
Okay.
I'll share this ETH Events 2023. I think this is really relevant for me. I just dropped the link inside of the chat. My thing is
Thank you for
specifically,
that.
yeah, for sure. And I, this has all been a group effort. This has been a collaborative effort. I don't want to be in a circumstance of deciding for the Gotcha Gang what they attend and what they find exciting. And so this event list is really important because it requires all Gotcha Gang to look through it and look at all the side events for eDenver, all the different dates and all the different time slots. And if you see a project name stick out, right? If you see a founder stick out, if you see a community stick out, if you see anything that you like, where you go, oh, fuck, these guys are cool. I've seen these guys around. Bring it to our attention. I'll reach out to those individuals, we'll make the connection, and we will show up inside of their space. But there's literally so much happening in East Denver that we need a little bit of community curation to know what to target, because there's too much, which is a great thing to happen. It's a good problem to happen, is that there's so much activity happening that we will be overwhelmed. And even with 7+ Gotcha Gang members, we're going to have to fracture and we're going to have to divide and conquer. And so my biggest effort over this next week amongst the greater Gotcha Gang community is, who do you see on this RSVP list? Who do you see on this Gotcha Gang Denver list that intrigues you? Who do you see that you recognize as a useful individual? And we'll put them on our snipe list, and we'll make sure that it happens, and Gotcha Gang goes and shake hands.
Yeah, well said. I'm definitely going to be sifting through this list. I think a lot of us are going to be having a good look at it. Yeah, this is as we mentioned before, this is going to be the week of a lot of logistics planning and last minute parties and RSVPs. So I'm all for it. We did all the hard work. All the heavy lifting's been done for the most part. We're wrapping it up here, and once we get the bounties together and whatnot, and then we'll be free to take this event on and start to actually get into the meat of it. So, yeah, very very grateful, thankful to have this, and looking forward to the event and meeting you.
Smoke Screens just dropped an image here in the middle of the chat.
Is this one of your climbing expeditions?
Yeah, that's actually Mycelium. When he was showing me the ropes on how to rappel. That was one of my first experiences ever. The guy is a pro. Just watch what he's doing there.
Okay, and you lived, you're here, so that's a good sign.
It is, and so by God, if any of y'all show up to East Denver and you got a little bit of free time on your back end, and you want to hang out with Gotcha Gang proper, like, I have a guest room, I have open access, I have a space where I can host you, and I would love to take all of y'all out into the backcountry and throw your ass off a cliff.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you straight up, Natasha is a rock climber, and she does this, and so she'll be right up there, I'm sure, with me liking behind.
So, I'm gonna have to force myself to do this. When I was a Boy Scout, they tried to make me rappel, and I literally was like on the edge, had all the equipment on, and they're like, if you twist this way, you're gonna snap your knee. If you do this, you're gonna do this. And I was like, take all this shit off. I'm from the Bronx. I don't have health insurance. I'm getting off this shit. So I'm gonna have to try it now.
I just won't say those things to you, no future, but those are all still true.
Hell yeah.
I love it. So yeah, any Gotcha Gang that's in the area that wants to hop off a cliff, we'll have ropes, we'll have harnesses, we'll have all the equipment, opportunity, and then we'll sit and trip our balls off and watch the stars overnight. And I think that East Denver is going to be the experience of a lifetime for the large majority of us. none of us are quite ready for what we're going to experience. If anything, the community itself is going to make it exciting. You know, many of us have dealt with these community events before, No Futuristic, Hefe, Zombie, all of you guys. Y'all have had the opportunity to represent Aavegotchi prior in other community events, but my expectation and anticipation is to make this event, make those look stupid and silly, and make y'all recognize the true power of the Gotcha Gang.
Transformative. That's one word to sum it up. Transformative. I feel like that's going to be the thing. Yeah. All right. I guess we can wrap it up. This is the Syncopator. Thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody hanging out with us, joining us on a Friday night. Don't forget the 2 p.m. UTC. We got the hangout tomorrow morning. The arena is going to be live. Sunday, we got our DAO call, same time, same place. And then Monday to Friday, now you got GM with GMI. So start your day with us. 3 p.m. UTC every morning,
and that's
Monday
an open
to Friday.
Stage. That's an open stage. Any single one y'all want to hop on there, please just show up to the space.
Absolutely.
And we'll put you on stage.
Absolutely. So we really did reach our goal fairly quickly there. There's literally something for you every day of the week now. We got it covered. We got it covered.
Big shout out to fucking No Futuristic here. Like the reality of Gotchi News Network and the reality of GMIFriends.com. These are huge accomplishments within our space, long beyond the reach of our devs. Our devs have no idea what we're working on, friends. Like, y'all are really making it happen.
Hell yeah. And thanks to OXZFi there for GMIFriends.com. That's secured. That'll be live for ETH Denver, and we got some really cool things planned for the website. So stay tuned for that.
I'll happily chill it, right? Because we're all being relatively quiet, so I'll happily thank everybody here tonight, right? So like Hefe, good job, Z5, Bowtie Nerd, Chair, Goobs, Good Vibes, Gotchi 15, Gotchi Bulls, Grim, Hot Curly Fry, Contact, Kravish, No Futuristic, Slaps, Smokescreen, Soju, and Wildfire. Like, these are some of the most impactful group calls that we've had in GMI. And you guys continue to inspire us, fire us up, and make us really fucking hungry for kicking ass and making this work.
Hell yeah.
Slaps wants Hefe to start writing articles, and so Hefe will start writing articles.
Hey man, I got love for you guys. If you enjoy my articles, I'll keep writing my articles. I'll keep doing it.
We'll make it happen. So Soju and Good Vibes wanted to see. So let's see what you got, Hefe. Show me what you got.
Absolutely. All right, friends.
Let's get the hell out of here.
We'll see you tomorrow.
It's 9:23 for me. It's early day. This is a relatively short GMI call. We've had plenty of long calls. You guys are soaked as shit. There's going to be a lot of chatter during the next week. I'm going to be dropping a lot of pings within the GMI group chat, within the GMI Discord, and within the ETH Denver local chat, because this is indeed the week to start scouting and sniping. If any of you, this is my request, if any of you see anybody mention ETH Denver this week, you see anybody fucking bring it up at all, bring them up, ping them, tag them, let me know. I will scout them and snipe them, and we'll make something happen. But this is indeed the spin-up week. This is the week where we're going to be very aggressive and very excited about anybody bringing up ETH Denver, so please bring them to our attention.
Hell yeah. All right. Later, friends.
Get the hell out of here. Go tonight. Let's have a good weekend. We'll see y'all early in the morning, and just appreciate all the support. Y'all make it all happen.
Peace, friends.